Hey yo, I'm Auntie Jessie, and I found something fucking crazy weird that we gotta read about. Okay, so this is coming from Gizmodo. Listen, alright? This is a lot. Death row inmates' attorneys say that his heart implant will repeatedly shock him as he's being executed. Nashville General Hospital says it's not going to deactivate the device because it has no role in state executions. All right, let's find out. This was published yesterday. Welcome to August, by the way. Holy fuck. Attorneys for a death row inmate in Tennessee who's scheduled to be executed on August 5th warned that his implanted heart device will repeatedly shock him during his execution, torturing him by trying to keep him alive as he's killed by lethal injection. A judge ordered the device to be deactivated, but the local hospitals in Nashville now says it won't participate, according to a report from the Associated Press. Okay, this is fucking wild, because you've got cruel and unusual punishment, right? And there's already a lot of shit with, like, death penalty, right? Being cruel and unusual. In fact, one of the things that is happening with why some states are, like California, are pausing lethal injections is because, first of all, you can't have a doctor there, because doctors are not allowed to kill people. They take their Hippocratic oath and all that shit. But also, you've got the fact that this person is going to be in a body that will not allow him to die as he's being forced to die. Look. Byron Black, 69, nice, received an implantable cardioverter defibrillator, an ICD, in May of 2024. Which works as a pacemaker and a defibrillator to electrically shock his heart in an emergency. Black is scheduled to be injected with a high dose of pentobarbital, which is designed to slow down his heart rate. And Black's attorneys worry that the heart device will shock him over and over to combat the drug's effects, which will cause extreme pain and suffering. The Eighth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution prohibits cruel and unusual punishment. Right. So the doctors could just deactivate the device, but also the doctors deactivating the device goes against their fucking Hippocratic oath. A judge ruled July 18th that Black's heart device would need to be deactivated before he is killed by the state and the Tennessee Department of Correction indicated in court filings that it had an arrangement with Nashville General Hospital to accomplish just that. But the hospital told the Associated Press it never agreed to turn off Black's pacemaker, stating it has no role in state executions. Okay. The hospital has a contract with the state to provide medical care to prisoners, but deems the request to stop Black's heart device well outside of that arrangement. The hospital didn't immediately respond to questions from Gizmodo on Thursday. So we are either going to have a dude have his Eighth Amendment rights violated, but more importantly, his body will be fucking torturing itself, fighting the lethal injection. But also, to prevent that is also a violation of the Hippocratic oath that doctors take to do no harm. Kelly Henry, an attorney for Black, told Gizmodo in an emailed statement that her client will be tortured if the state goes through with its execution without deactivating the device. Unless the ICD is properly deactivated at the moment of execution, Byron Black's execution will be a gruesome spectacle, said Henry. The TDOC implanted this device, and it now wants to torture Mr. Black to death as his heart restarts, prolonging the execution and increasing the likelihood of excruciating pain to flash pulmonary edema. Black's attorneys tell Gizmodo that he suffers from other health problems, including a broken hip, congestive heart failure, and end-stage kidney disease. Black, who is in a wheelchair, also has an intellectual disability along with advanced dementia and serious brain damage. Why do we need to put him to just put him in the fucking bed and just let him? Black's attorney filed a motion for a stay of execution with the Tennessee Supreme Court on Thursday, calling it a modest, targeted stay to address the issues relating to the heart implant. Court filings note the implantable cardioverter defibrillator that Black was fitted with is the Boston Scientific Dual Chamber ICD Resonant HFEL model number D533. Black's attorneys argue that it can only be deactivated by a cardiologist or technician trained by Boston Scientific and supervised by a cardiologist trained in the company's proprietary software and hardware. They also contend that the general physician is not qualified to perform a deactivation on the device. Okay, well, if we're going to kill this guy, then we need a fucking Boston Scientific guy, right? Tennessee's Department of Correction referred Gizmodo to the local attorney general, but noted in court filings it doesn't believe it needs to deactivate the heart device before the execution. The state argues Black wouldn't feel the shocks, something his attorneys contest. The first sequence of shocks, up to 8 shocks per sequence, will very likely succeed in restoring Mr. Black's heart rhythm, Black's attorneys said in a court filing from June 30th. Indeed, studies have demonstrated that an ICD's first shock sequence is effective in 89 to 100% of the cases. The filing notes that these shocks are extremely painful and distressing, and the entire back and forth between the heart device and the lethal injection could last over 30 minutes before Black is finally successfully killed. The argument that Black would be unaware and unable to feel pain was countered by his attorneys, who note some studies confuse unawareness with unresponsiveness. Black was convicted of shooting his girlfriend, Angela Clay, and her 2 daughters, 9-year-old Latoya and 6-year-old Keisha, in 1988. Okay, that is a very long time ago. That is a very horrible fucking crime. He's a piece of shit. But he's already, congestive heart failure, dementia, wheelchair. Dude's not having the greatest of fucking times. But my tax dollars are keeping him alive. Your tax dollars are also killing him while also bringing him back to life, while also killing him and then bringing him back to life, and then killing him and bringing him back to life, and then killing him and bringing him back to life, and killing him and bringing him back to life. So, what do you want to spend your fucking money on, guys? Byron's execution carries so many risks, his attorney said in an emailed statement. He is elderly, frail, and cognitively impaired. There is no principled reason to move forward with this torturous procedure. But if Tennessee is going to kill this fragile old man, TDOC must bring in a trained professional to properly deactivate the ICD at the moment the execution is carried out. Well, that's some fucking shit. Let me know what you fucking think. Be fucking safe out there. Oh, bye.